Can I please have a show of hands of those who feel our country is 100% equal for both men and women? Show of hands, come on, be strong. Okay. That's about probably 50% of you guys. If just 50% of our class believes that, then we are failing to provide equality in our country that supposedly is equal for all. Resolve that allowing women in frontline combat duty makes a more effective military force. Good morning, classmates and Mr. Edke. To make sure we're all on the same page, I would like to define some terms, all of which are from dictionary.com. Firstly, more is defined as in greater quantity, amount, measure, degree, or number. Effective is defined as adequate to accomplish a purpose. And lastly, force is defined as strength, energy, power, and intensity. My values on this topic are very simple, but yet totally practical. Allowing women to partake in combat on the front lines has tons of pros, which leaves the cons completely outnumbered. If we think back over the years of the history of women in combat, well, actually there hasn't really been any. Except for the brave young women who cross-dressed in order to fight for their country way back when someone could actually get away with something like that without being caught. For those women today who want to help out their country by fighting in the front lines, there's no way that they can, which is completely unfair and promotes gender inequality. This leads me to my points. The U.S. should allow women in combat because of equality, strength in numbers, and smarts. In our military today, men, if they want, are allowed to join the military and fight on the front lines to give their lives for their country. But what about women? Why are they not allowed to fight on the front lines? If our country is equal for all, then how come a woman's opportunity in the military is dwarfed by a man's? They can do the same job as a man can. If we truly are a country based on equality, then women should be allowed on this purpose alone. But they also have many other things they can bring to the table. One of those other things is numbers. Having more women on the front lines will increase the number of soldiers, thus making a stronger, more effective military force. Of course, not just any old woman who cannot get the job done will be thrown into combat. This quote from former CIA Director Leon Panetta explains this. If members of our military can meet the qualifications for a job, and let me be clear, I'm not talking about reducing the qualifications for a job. If they can meet the qualifications for a job, then they should have the right to serve, regardless of creed or color or gender or sexual orientation. If women are qualified and capable to be on the front lines, how could we not let them? Having their numbers will make us stronger, aka a more effective military force. My last reason is that some women could be smarter and may have advantages over men. Quoted from Jane Austen, the astounded author, "I hate to hear you talk about all women as if they were fine ladies instead of rational creatures. None of us want to be in calm waters all our lives." This shows that some women want to do something other than be a fine lady, as she called it. Some women want to be in combat very much, so why deprive them of this? And some women may be smarter than some men, so having them could lead to advantage in strategic maneuvers. And some women may be better soldiers than some men, which would lead to, again, a more effective military force. In conclusion, allowing women in frontline combat will make a more effective military force because of equality, strength in numbers, and smarts women can bring. I feel that adding women to our military will make us much stronger, and saying otherwise is just completely nonsense. I would like to end with this quote from Margaret Mead, an American anthropologist. "I do not believe in women in combat, because women are too fierce." Thank you. Please vote affirmative.